The whiff punish down two, thinking he was gonna
wow,
go
beautiful, outspaced him with it. Combo, spent the meter. He better get the wall and kill it. If he doesn't, it could be trouble. He got it. 3 rounds.
Pakistan once again are the dominant nation in Tekken 7. Kens and JPs unsurprisingly dominating the bracket in an Asian Street Fighter 6 tournament, but it was DJ that took the World Warrior. And one of the most electric atmospheres at a Smash event thus far at Tera in France. Find out exactly what happened in the Roundup. New Jersey Major SummerJam is back in 2023, featuring a huge range of fighting games as you'd come to expect from the event. With so many games held, we're going to be just going over the top 3, which were Strive, Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 7, which was a Tekken World Tour Challenger event. In Strive, Nitro was looking to take another title after winning Dragon Ball FighterZ and made it easily into winners finals with his signature Jacko, where the minions made short work of Zippy's Leo. In loser's side, another Leo, Suno Winter, was making an epic run and made it all the way out to face Nitro in the grand finals. But Suno Winter could not stop one of New York's finest fighting game players from picking up his second SummerJam win this year, and Nitro was victorious. In Street Fighter 6, it was Mike and Ike using Manon of all characters, making his way into winners final, where he dispatched MJ's Kimberly in a very close set. MJ ended up making it through loser's side, countering an unfortunately timed drive rush from escaping jail's DJ. And in a fitting end for the Street Fighter V Laura veteran, Mike and Ike took the tournament with a command grab, securing a big win early on in Street Fighter 6. In the Tekken World Tour Challenger event, with such stacked competition, we didn't see many of the expected players make it far into the bracket. Anakin was eliminated early on, as well as the SummerJam 2022 champion Cuddlecore being sent out of the bracket by Joey Fury before top 8. Shadow 20Z was looking impressive as always, easily making it to winners finals and proceeding to dismantle Genghis Don 3-0. Loser semi saw a game as close as it could get between Ty and Joey Fury, but it was Joey who advanced all the way through losers bracket into top 8 after this win. And it looked as if he was going to make grand finals as he went 2-0 up in losers final. But an incredible adaptation to Joey's Feng saw Genghis Don eliminate his opponent and get a run back with Shadow 20Z. But in the grand finals, the unstoppable streak continued as the recently liquid signed player Shadow 20Z took another 3-0 win over Genghis, who earns a nice share of points and keeps himself in the running to qualify for the Tekken World Tour Finals.
BigEGaming's SummerJam. Give it up, everybody, to Shadow 20Z tonight.
Special shout out to Big E, who's done so much organising events for BigEGaming over the years, who announced that this is likely to be his last event that he's directly involved with. Big respect to you, sir.
This is what we've all been waiting for. It's time for the Tekken 7 Grand Final!
The iESF World Championships 2023 in Romania saw a number of titles across esports, and Tekken was there representing for the FGC. Individual players qualified to represent their country, and it was no surprise to see Pakistan make it into the grand finals. But Atif would be facing AK from the Philippines after a huge 3-0 win against Korea in the semi-finals. Much to the excitement of Tasty Steve and Rip, AK pulled out the Paul Phoenix for this 1-5 set, but it didn't work out. And neither did the Shaheen, as Atif went into a 3-0 lead, which meant only one thing: if you can't beat them, join them. 3 rounds straight in the Akuma mirror match saw AK pull the momentum back, but it would not last long. That 3-game head start was looking insurmountable as Atif moved into a 4-2 position to close out the set. And he finally took that opportunity and took the win 5-2 to once again put Pakistan at the top of the world in yet another competition.
Round 1. Fight.
There was a huge Street Fighter 6 Invitational that happened this week, broadcast from China and Doyo, the Street Fighter 6 Asian Pro Tournament Invitational. And it featured players from all over the Asian region, including Japan, China, Korea, and the Middle East as well, with Big Bird and Angry Bird taking part. But it was all about Kakeru's losers bracket run. After being sent to losers by DCQ and winners semis, he put a 3-0 masterclass on against Xiao Hai's Ken. It was another 3-0 beatdown against Angry Bird, repeating that Gamers 8 Grand Finals reset. And after giving up the mirror, VX Bao switched to Ken, and he fared no better at all. 9 games straight for Kakeru saw him book his place in Grand Finals. And it looked like there was only one character that was going to be able to stop him. Things started off perfectly though for Kakeru in the first round, but DCQ showed his composure and didn't let that perfect get to him as he pulled into a 2-0 lead. In line with his losers bracket run, it seemed that Kakeru only was ready to play with his back against the wall, and he soon brought it back from 2-0 down to draw 2-2. We went to a game 5 and final round. It was DCQ who was able to force Kakeru burn out into the corner and close out the tournament for a huge win for the Chinese JP player. The CPT was in South America this week for South America West, which has been traditionally dominated by Argentina, but a number of Chilean players were looking to buck that trend, and Young Ho was able to pull out a 3-0 win in winners semi-finals to book his place in winners. Argentinian champion Duki was looking magnificent though, as he was utilizing the Psycho Power in another form with JP. Meanwhile, in losers bracket, it was another Argentinian legend in Shaka 2-2 who was putting together an unbelievable run after going to losers early on in pools. He fought his way through to losers quarterfinals where he dispatched Self Cool 3-0, that Dalsim looking deadly. In winners finals, that modern Marissa of Young Ho's was looking impressive, but Duki was looking on another level as he took a 3-1 win and cruised into grand finals. Another 3-0 from Shaka as he absolutely decimated Paquito's Ken and earned himself a match in losers finals against Young Ho. This one was a lot closer and went to a game 5, but it couldn't have started better as Shaka opened up with a perfect.
Look at the time, by the way, 9 seconds on the clock.
And he came out on top in this scramble and got his place in grand finals to face Duki in an all-Argentine affair. Duki, however, was in different form, and this perfect parry punish on the teleport put him into a 2-0 lead. But Shaka was not out of it as he baited this level 3 critical art and then woke up with a level 3 of his own to take us to a game 5. But in the end, Duki was too calm, too collected, and this level 2 reset got him the kill he needed to close out a 3-2 win and earn him that spot at Capcom Cup. Alright, that's enough JP for the moment. Let me remind you that every week we are here for Reversal on the Roundup, checking out all of the tournaments that have happened around the world this past 7 days. The biggest, the hypest, and the most out there events, we cover them all. And if you want to make sure that you're involved and you've got an event, hit us up on social media. It's at Reversal_GG. That should be on the screen down here. Hit us up on Twitter and let us know your event is happening before it happens. Hit us up with a link to the stream, the brackets, and an event page, and we'll try our best to get it here on the show. If you are enjoying the content that you like, then make sure you hit that subscribe button here on YouTube, give us a follow, drop a comment or a like, engage with the content. It means so much to us. And of course, give us a follow on social media as well, whichever you use. And make sure you're following the Twitch. We are firing with live content every week across the whole of Europe and beyond. We've got so much more to come as well. Check us out on twitch.tv/ReversalGG. Right, that's all the plugs from us. Don't forget UFA tickets are on sale now. We'll get back into some more Street Fighter 6 action. Hopefully there's a little bit less JP. Meanwhile, World Warrior tournaments were kicking off all across the globe, and it was a huge week. In Canada West, Wednesday Night Fights was won by Noodle. LATAM Fist in Central America West saw Grand Todokai take his second win. It was a second win also for Big Bird, whose Rashid was doing the business in Middle East Slash and Dash. Ending Walker continued his unbeaten World Warrior streak, 8 back-to-back, 2 wins this season in Bracket Reset. And in a huge 630 player bracket, it was Yamaguchi's DJ that was able to overcome the Killers and get the win. This past week, over 1,300 entrants were in France for the Smash Major known as Tera, run by our friends at Asobi Esport. There was a ton of marquee names in attendance from the Americans Tweak and Light, Spargo, and even Japan's Yoshidora and Jogibu were in there. There were a ton of hype matches that went on this weekend, but there's one big shout we have to give in advance. BMS's Crêpe Salée, 15 years old, managing to get 13th in this stacked bracket after beating Zomba amongst many others. As for top 8, first things first, there were no Japanese players that managed to make it through. Opening up, the People's Champ Gluttony faced Spargo. What an epic match it was. The home crowd were behind him, but Gluttony couldn't manage to hold him off, and Spargo pulled the 3-1 win after his failed waft attempt in the final game. The other winners semi-final had Tweak versus Light, and in a last game, last stock situation, Tweak's Diddy Kong was able to clutch it out. On the other side, the big classic was about to happen. France versus UK. Gluttony versus Bloom. And Gluttony swept it 3-0. Light then eliminated Rafflo with a clean 3-1 win. Back in the upper side of the bracket, winners final saw Spargo versus Tweak, and this one was super close. Tweak managed to send it to a game 5 after another last stock situation, and the final game once again went down to the last stock. And Tweak takes it with an incredible final play and then pops off. He took his shirt off in celebration whilst the commentators went crazy. In loser semi-final, Gluttony was able to take Light down 3-1, finishing with a waft, trademark really. And then in losers finals, we got the run back. Gluttony versus Spargo, and Spargo was looking dominant, going 2-1 up after a strong game 3. But Gluttony, with the energy of the home crowd behind him, was able to pull it back to a game 5 and go on to close it out and get revenge, and also that spot in grand finals. With Tweak in winners, the first set was dominant. It was a quick 3-0 reset for Gluttony. The second set, though, was a lot closer. Gluttony opening with confident plays, but Tweak took game 1. Gluttony saved the game 2 and managed to clutch out the draw, so it was all level. A back and forth set saw Tweak level it up 2-2, and it was going to come down to the final game. And of course, it went all the way to the final stop. Tweak puts Gluttony to over 130% until Gluttony steals Tweak's banana and confirms it with waft. Gluttony takes the win at home, and a huge pop-off after that to show exactly how much it meant to not only him, but the French crowd in attendance at Tera. And finally, something different happened this weekend. Globku was entertaining the idea of launching an anime game Evo, but focusing mainly on arena fighters. And that's where the idea of Ultimate Burst came from. A massive amount of side games will run as well, from Super Dragon Ball Z to One Piece Burning Blood. Literally anything goes as long as it's got an anime title attached to it. On the main lineup, DBZ Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and of course France were in grand finals, with Ninkazai winning. In Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, which had a $1,000 prize pool by the way, was taken by Germany's Zui. Demon Slayer was the biggest event of the weekend, pulling in $560 in the Matcherino, and with a 1 hour 10-minute long grand finals, there's a lot of action to catch up on. There was a bracket reset, timeouts, even a draw timeout, but Ricky won after resetting the bracket and taking the big event of the weekend. But of course, our main focus here is Dragon Ball FighterZ. Opening with the UK's Videct in his cell still putting in work, winning winner's semi over Jaden LP. Then Easy Man versus Miami, showcasing the character variety in this new patch. A super clutch match going to the last game, last character, and Easy Man putting adult Gohan in level 7. It looked like the win condition was there for Easy Man, but Miami won the final 1v1 with his anchor Janemba. Winners final had Videct winning 3-1 over Miami in a comfortable match. And on the losers side, SKX Fox eliminated Jaden LP using the limit break buff level 1 into level 3. And then it was all about Kasuga. Sent to losers before top 8, but then beating Junanago, Easy Man, SKX Fox and Miami, only dropping a single game on that run. But that run came to an end in grand finals as Videct shut the door with a 3-0 sweep in grand finals and a very impressive victory.
Videct is going to be your Dragon Ball FighterZ Ultimate Burst champion.
Alright guys, that is it from us this week. Don't forget we have got the UOS for France. That's the World Warrior happening at September the 10th. So sign up for that right now. You can find sign-ups for that on StartGG. And UFA tickets are now on sale. Early bird tickets for €50, the cheapest you will be able to get entry for UFA. It's available right now. We'll see you same time next week. And remember, if you want to get in touch and let us know about your event, hit us up on social media with links to the event page, link to the Twitch stream, and the brackets. That's at reversal_GG. That should be on the screen below. That's it from me. I'll see you next time round. Take care. Make sure keep it rounded up. We'll see you next time round.